Chapter 1. Awakening. What if, suddenly, you found yourself in a world you didn't recognize? The moment I opened my eyes, an overwhelming sense of disorientation flooded through me. A sky bathed in purple. A light source that seemed neither sun nor moon, slowly caressing the low-hanging clouds. Where am I? I couldn't remember. What had I been doing? Where had I been? My mind was clouded, my vision blurred, and the sounds around me echoed from a distant place, as if they came from another world. As I stood up, a river came into view. Its surface was as still as a mirror, reflecting the strange light around me. Instinctively, I began walking along its edge. There has to be someone, somewhere. After a while, the outline of a town appeared in the distance. I stepped into a park, searching for the presence of others, when suddenly, a faint sob reached my ears. By the swing set, a small girl huddled alone. But when she lifted her face, I gasped in surprise. She was not human. Her large amber eyes glowed. Fine patterns like intricate markings adorned her cheeks. Her appearance was unnervingly otherworldly. I instinctively took a step back, and then, in a small voice, she spoke. "My mom's gone." Her words hit me like a cold wind. I could feel the weight of her loneliness. And then, she spoke again, something even more startling. "Where are you from? Are you an alien?" My heart skipped a beat. "Am I an alien?" She stared at me for a moment, before answering quietly. "Your face. It's different from everyone else's." I instinctively looked around. They all had the same face as hers. In this world, I was the only one who was different. I repeated her words in my mind, taking a deep breath. Is this Earth? The scene before me resembled something familiar. The playground, the rustling of the trees, the scent of the wind, all evoking a sense of nostalgia. But there was something subtly off about it. The air seemed unnaturally clear, and the light too perfect, beautiful, but almost unsettling. I could feel it, the sense that something was too perfect. Chapter 2. Shadows of Memory. She looked up at me, her amber eyes filled with concern. "Why do you look so worried, sister?" Her gaze trembled. "Sorry. I'm just a little confused." I shook my head in disbelief. "Hey, in your world, do everyone have a face like yours?" She asked, and I hesitated before nodding. "Well, at least, in the Earth I know." But on our Earth, there's no one like you." I pondered her words as I looked around. The park, which should have felt familiar, now seemed oddly unfamiliar. Everything was glowing as if I were in a dream. I thought about her mother, wondering where she was. My mom. "She's gone," she whispered softly. "Where did she go?" "I don't know. Here, sometimes people just disappear." Disappear? I furrowed my brow. "Yeah. Mom said, this is a peaceful, perfect utopia, but here, you have to find your own joy to live. Some people go back to the old, incomplete world because they can't find it here." A utopia? But they can't find joy to live? I chewed on her words. "But Mom also said, I will come back for sure. That's why I've been waiting." Her small hand gripped her clothes tightly. "Should I help you look for her?" She looked at me with wide eyes. "Is that okay?" "Of course." Her expression brightened instantly. Then, she began to sing softly. A melody I felt I had heard before. "That song." I gasped. "It's the song my mom always used to sing." "I've heard it somewhere too." "Strange, huh?" She smiled. "Hey, sister, Mom said that singing this song will open the door to the cave." "A cave?" I was drawn into her words. "Yeah. It's a place that connects this world to another. Maybe Mom is there." I gazed into her eyes. "Well then, we have to go see." She nodded firmly. And so, we began our journey to find the cave. Chapter 3. The Path to the Cave. I walked beside her, but an unsettling thought crossed my mind. Do you know where the cave is? She paused for a moment, then pointed toward the mountains. I've heard it's somewhere in the mountains. I was taken aback and asked, can you read my mind? She laughed, answering casually. Everyone can. Why don't you know? That's weird. I laughed too, despite the strange situation. She continued. When you first saw me, you thought I was grotesque, didn't you? Her face dropped into a sad expression. I quickly apologized. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. It was just. I wasn't used to this. She smiled gently, nodding in understanding. After a while, the forest began to open up. The light filtering through the trees flickered strangely, as if something was watching us. Sister. Doesn't it feel too quiet here? She tugged at my sleeve, anxious. Yeah. There was no sound of the wind, only the echo of our footsteps. I tried to ease her worries by asking about her friends. She responded with a smile. Elle is my best friend. I sing songs with Alex. I stopped, looking at her in surprise. Elle? Alex? Those names. I knew them. Those are names of people I know. Do you have friends too, sister? She asked eagerly. I think so. But I can't remember. Her hand gripped mine tightly. Don't worry. I'm your friend. Her words made my heart feel lighter. Shall we look for the cave? She began singing quietly. The melody echoed through the forest, and somewhere, a resonating sound answered. The wind carried the song, blending with the scenery, as if the very air was alive with it. Following the sound, we walked, and suddenly, a massive cave appeared before us. We did it! She exclaimed happily. But I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Is there really an answer in this cave? Chapter 4. The Foreboding Farewell. Something felt wrong. The air in this place, despite its pull, felt unstable, an eerie magnetism that drew me in. She continued walking, her steps light, but there was something hidden beneath them. Sister, over here. She pointed toward an area bathed in light and sound. We walked deeper, reaching the heart of the cave. A brilliant crack of light stretched across the space, as if something was being born from it. This is it. My voice trembled. I could feel it, something was waiting for me in that light. Sister, are you leaving? She stopped, looking at me with a knowing, faraway look in her eyes. I'll go find your mom. Stay here. Her eyes widened, holding back tears, but she smiled anyway. Don't go, sister. Her voice shook me. But I knew, with certainty, that I had to follow the light to the next world. I'm sorry. I took a step into the light. The world went silent, and the light enveloped me completely. I turned, and her figure was seared into my memory. Hey, what's your name? She hesitated, then quietly answered. My name is Luna. Those words pierced me like a dagger. Suddenly, everything clicked into place. You. Luna? I whispered. At that moment, everything became clear. This Luna and I were connected, spiritually, cosmically. Whether it was the past or future didn't matter. I knew I was here, now. Thank you, Luna. She nodded softly, smiling. At that moment, everything inside me aligned. Doubt and certainty collided. And I stepped forward into the light. I'm Luna too. I'll see you again.
somewhere in the sky, suited like a nightmare. After the tender passage, gently pulled by the wind, the stormy clouds are leaving. Another day in the rain, mirror a newborn light splashed on the horizon, across the water rain. Across the water rain. If you press me back, turn me back. Hope on the other side of the haze, a gorgeous harmony, a seven colors in the distant garden, longing for your warm heart. Wish upon the one, a beautiful symphony be crowded alongside the splendor. Glory shadow melt together, our voyage becomes vivid and contagious. Across the water rain. Across the water rain. Across the water rain. Across the water rain. No matter how many times I forget, I just wanna see your smile. I'm hanging by your eyes. Across the water rain. If regrets be out turning back.